Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. बटोगे तो कटोगे, एक रहोगे तो सेफ रहोगे. These are the offers that the Prime Minister of our country has to offer his voters. How unfortunate is it? Let's talk about it. Let's get right into the show. Offering food, offering employment, offering a better life, offering respectability, real respectability in the globe. These are very tough propositions for a Prime Minister or a Chief Minister or a person sitting in the seat of power to offer. They are very tough propositions. So you know what? You know what our politician does? Our politician doesn't offer you all of that. Our politician doesn't offer you all of that. Our Prime Minister made a statement where he said, "एक रहोगे तो safe रहोगे."
हमें एकजुट रहना है और इसलिए मेरा तो आपसे एक ही आग्रह है, हम एक रहेंगे तो सेफ रहेंगे. हम एक रहेंगे तो
Somebody from his party said, बटोगे तो कटोगे.
कटेंगे तो कटेंगे, एक रहेंगे तो नेक रहेंगे, सुरक्षित रहेंगे और समृद्धि की पराकाष्ठा को पहुंचेंगे.
One of the largest opposition parties, he says, डरोगे तो मरोगे. That was possibly rhetoric to all of this. कटोगे, मरोगे, डरोगे. This is what your politician has to offer you. This is what you deserve. You see, 12.9 crore people are living in extreme poverty in 2024 World Bank report. This is according to 2024 World Bank report. 129 million, 12.9 crore people. Extreme poverty. Nobody says, हम poverty से निकालेंगे, vote करो. Nobody says that. You know what he is going and telling that person? You know, ये बटोगे तो कटोगे, boss. Be careful. एक रहोगे तो safe रहेंगे. This is what he is telling that person who hadn't had food for 2 days, who has no work, who has no job, who leaves home in the morning to search for a job and comes home in the evening empty-handed. The promise given by your politician, people sitting in the seats of power, is बटोगे तो कटोगे बाबा. खाना वाना ठीक है, वो अभी क्या है, वो ठीक, that's different. बटोगे तो कटोगे, that's what he has to offer. You know, one farmer dies every hour in India. This is according to the NCRB report. What do you go and tell that farmer's family? अरे बटोगे तो कटोगे. That is what you go and tell that farmer's family. You know, the child who possibly lost his or her father, the mother who lost her son, the mother-in-law who lost her daughter-in-law, you go to that family and you tell them, "Arey, suicide, their son committed suicide." But let me tell you something. बटोगे तो कटोगे. Baba, that is important. So come together, unite. Unite against who? Your own people. Unite against who? Your own people. You know, another very interesting statistics. Student suicides now exceed farmer suicides in India, according to a report. Why are students committing suicide? What is the pressure? What is the pressure on the child? Unemployment. There is no work. Disappointment. Disillusionment. This is what draws people to commit suicide. But you know what the government and the people in power and our politician go and tell his family? Baba, बटोगे ना तो कटोगे. तो बच्चे का suicide हो गया ठीक है, that's okay, but बटोगे ना तो कटोगे. That's what that people in power, that politician goes and tells that dead child's father. the dead child's mother. Let me tell you something more. The unemployment rate stands at 7.8% as on September 2024. 7.8%. You go to that unemployed child, that unemployed youth, and tell him, Baba, job nahi hai na? No problem. But batoge na, to katoge. Batoge to katoge. This is what you are going to tell that child. Let me talk to you about crime against women. India records 51 cases of crime against women every hour. Over 4.4 lakh cases in 2022 alone. NCRB report. Every hour, 51 women are tortured. There are crime against 51 women that happens in India. These are 51 which are reported. Now imagine the ones which are not. And you go down and you tell that lady that, theek hai, batoge na, to katoge. So stay together, unite together, and we'll also offer you 1,500 rupees a month. वो है हमारा स्कीम बनाता हूं, but vote for us. This girl who is being tortured, 51 cases of crime against women every 1 hour, these women are consoled by saying that katoge to batoge, and by being offered 1,500 rupees and been called Meri Ladli Behna. I want to know how many Ladli Behnas of how many politicians are actually has to actually face crime. Has to actually face crime against them. And this is the Ladli Behna that the politician offers you, or this is the Ladli Behna that the politician calls the women in the state. As far as infrastructure is concerned, the government has allocated 11,11,101 crore as part of infrastructure, which is around 3.4% of the GDP. They've said that we are allocating for infrastructure. Bridges are collapsing, left, right and center. There are cracks on the road. There are potholes on the streets. But nobody is talking about it. Why? Because they are more focused on batoge to katoge. So you fall plung in a pothole, the politician will run and come to you and say, Baba, you fell in a pothole? Okay. But batoge na to katoge, Baba. The reason why this entire batoge to katoge business happened in Maharashtra is because, incidentally, it is said that Marathas, Dalits and the Muslim communities are coming together to vote for Mahavikas Aghadi and Shiva Sena and Congress, etc. And therefore, it is very imperative for Bharatiya Janata Party to unite the entire Hindu community. Because the Hindu community has to unite. Otherwise, if Hindu community is split and Muslim community and Marathas and all are together, then the chances are that it may harm the prospects of Bharatiya Janata Party like it harmed the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2024 Lok Sabha election in Maharashtra. To avoid that, this is the line. You see, my point is, nobody is really bothered about going to that farmer and going to that farmer's family and saying, listen, you know what? We will assure you that there will be no more farmer suicide in India, in Maharashtra especially, because Maharashtra sees the maximum farmer suicide. No politician goes and says. You know why? Because no politicians will be ever able to ensure that there is no farmer suicide. You know why? Because for that you require fantastic administration. You know why? Because for that you require to have technical know-how as to how to handle progressive agricultural practices. Practices that can ensure that that farmer earn money. No government and no minister today has that capability or today has that confidence to go and tell that farmer. So the easier way to convince that farmer is, अरे बाबा, तुम बटोगे ना तो बाजू वाला community आके तुमको काट देगा. This is the easiest way out. That politician cannot go and tell a youth saying that don't worry, I'll get you a job. I will get you a job. Because that's not possible. Because for the politician to get a job, he needs to ensure that there is more investment that is coming to the state. He needs to ensure that there is more companies from India and abroad coming and investing in that state. He needs to ensure that there is more consumerism in that state. He needs to ensure that he creates demand in that state. So that demand ensures that there is manufacturing ensures that there are factories ensures that there are jobs. And that is something that is beyond the capability of our politicians, our ministers. And that's why that minister will not come and tell you that I will get you a job. He will come and tell you, patoge na, to katoge. That's easy. You know, women. A lot of people talk about Ladli Bhain and Ladli Bhai. The point is, do we really care about our women? Do we really care about our women? What happened to those wrestlers? Aren't we seeing it? Ram Rahim Insan, whatever, that convicted murderer and rapist, he is let loose. He is given furlong after furlong whenever he needs. He is enjoying his life in jail, literally. The way I see it, because every second day he gets a furlong. This is how we treat our women. This is the respect we have for our women. That is something that we need to realize. And then when it's election, Maji Ladli Bahin, Meri Ladli Behna, my little sister, all that happens. But when there is no election, Ram Rahim Insan gets a furlong, he gets a bail to enjoy his birthday party. A person who has raped women. This is the respect we give to our women. Now, as far as freebies are concerned, which I have been saying for days, it is easy to hand over a freebie. It is like giving you a fish instead of teaching you fishing. It is easy to hand over a freebie. It will last for maybe a year, 2 years. Look at what is happening to Manrega. Look at what is happening to Manrega. These government-sponsored freebies will last for a few years. After that, you're on your own. Your status, your life, your economy, your money will remain the same. There will be no change, no difference, no progress. This is the point I wanted to make. Till I see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.